Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel for the Synapse series where I will be covering all the real-time project scenarios. So let's get started. So in today's video, we will cover, in today's video, we will cover how we can get the metadata details for a file. Okay, so let's suppose you wanted to, basically you wanted to read the data from a file, right? But before that, you wanted to check if this file is having this name or not, a specific name you can say, or a file is having this many columns or not, or the file is having the count of rows, right? So you can put a condition on that, right? But before putting those conditions, you need to know those metadata details. So in today's video, we will see how we can get those metadata details, okay? And to get these details, we have an activity already present in the ADF called metadata activity. Sorry, get metadata. Okay, so let me quickly switch over to my workspace. Yeah, so here we are. So if you see here, I already have one linked service named as ADLS. Okay, LS ADLS. What this linked service is all about is it's allow me to create a connection with my ADLS storage account, okay, where I have a file. We'll take a look which file it is and how we can get the metadata details of that particular file. Okay, so we are in the integrate tab now, and here I'll create one pipeline. Okay, so let's say pipeline to get metadata details. Sorry. Okay, and in the activity, as I said, we have an activity already given by Synapse known as get metadata. You can name it, let's say, get file metadata. Okay, you can put description if you want some specific description. You can put it over here. Then go to the setting and it will ask you to select a data set. So data set is like the data on which you wanted to perform this operation. So let's select the data set. So to select the data set, it will ask you where exactly you have the data stored. So I will say, okay, my data is stored in the ADLS. What kind of data is stored? Okay, it's a CSV file. It is saying create a link service. If the link service is already there, you can select. As I already have one, which I created in my last video, I will be using that one. Okay, and from here, it's saying to select the file path. Click on this. It will take you to that particular location, to that particular storage account, where you can see what kind of file you have. So we have this merge sample data one CSV. I will use this file to get the metadata information. Okay. Okay. And we are good. Now our data set is created. You can name it as well. Let's put a name of this data set so that it will be clear. Data set for get file metadata. Okay. It's good practice to always start dataset with DS, link service with LS, pipeline with PL. Okay. Now, if you see here, it's asking me the storage account name because my linked service is parameterized. I have covered this particular option, the parameterization, in my last video. You can have a look over there. But since this link service is parameterized, I have to give some name. Okay, the name of my storage account. This is the name of my storage account. I'll put it here. It's not a good practice to keep the value hard coded over here, but just for the demonstration, I have shown you here. Okay, we'll change it later on. But for the time being, let's keep it as it is. Now, we have an information field list, which we need to fill. And it will give you an option here, multiple options, I would say, to select the metadata, which kind of metadata you are looking for. Let's say I wanted to check the count first. And I wanted to check the name. And I wanted to see the size. Okay, you can get other informations as well, right? But let's keep it as it is, this much only, like 3. That is more than enough. Now, I have asked metadata activity to give me all this information. It will bring it. But how I will see? So to know these details, I will use one set activity. It means I'm just storing that information in a variable to see what is the value out of it. Okay. Since I want 3 informations, 3 values, I will be using 3 variables. Okay. As you see, column, item, size. So the first one is, let's say, for column count. Okay. The second one is, let's say, size. And the third one is, let's say, name. Okay. So let's define the value of count. So I'm saying here that I want this variable. Okay. Let's say count variable. And this variable will be a string. Okay. Now the variable value will be coming from get metadata activity. And that's it. We are good. Same for the size. I will go here. I'll create one variable. Let's say size. So basically we are creating a variable and we are storing it with the defined type. Okay. And then I'm passing a value of this variable. So this is size. So I'll select size. And the last one is, you can say the name. Sorry, name. Okay. Confirm. Assign the value. Name. So I have assigned the value. But if you see here, the count and size, these are not string, right? But I have selected the type of field as a string. This count is a string. Okay. Same, the size is a string. So when I run this, it will give you an output, but it will actually fail these 2 activities. So let's see first, and we'll try to fix that issue. It is taking a bit time, and we are done. And if you see here, we got the metadata details like the item name, size, and item count. And I'm trying to hold these values in a variable so that we can later on use it. As I said, we can use if conditions over there. Okay. And just wanted to show you how you can store it basically to use it further, right? So if you see, name is fine. It stored the value because it's a string. But for the count, value is shown, but it's failed because if you see here, the error message, it says the variable count of type string cannot be initialized and update with the value of integer, right? So we have created a variable with string, but the value is coming as an integer. So we need to change it, right? Same goes for this one, right? So these kind of scenarios you will see in your real time projects. So now you have to change this value a bit. Okay, this will give you a string, right? But you want, this will give you an integer, but you want a string. So there is a function you can use, string. Here it is. And you can put everything inside the string. Okay, and that's it. You're good to go. Same you have to do with here. Now you know the function, you can put directly. Okay, see, the same function is there. Right, so you can use this function. And okay, that's it. Now let's run this pipeline and see if the values are properly assigned to these variables. So I could have just got the metadata and left it there, but actually the problem comes when we wanted to store these values, right? That's why I have covered this part as well. That's where we face the problem in the real time projects. Okay, so if you see, Now all the activities are successful and we are able to store the information, right? And apart from this, since this value is hard coded, I will show you guys in my next video how you can parameterize the data set as well. Okay, because we are using a hard coded data set here as well. Okay, the link service is parameterized, but the data set itself is hard coded. See this path, this file name, these are all hard coded values, even this storage account name, right? You can parameterize these values. And we'll take a look into my next video, how we can parameterize this, as well as we'll try to cover some more real-time scenarios. So thank you. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.